Constance Lindell?
I am.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a pleasure. I'm May Ford. I'm taking the class.
Come in.
It's such a privilege to have you here. With all your wonderful books. Everybody is just, well, truly excited. We really are.
All three of you.
Oh, three?
That's the class.
Oh, this college, they just don't put out the word the way they should. They really don't. Could I sit here?
Please do.
Isn't this silly? But, you know, when I work, I meet some small part of God's beautiful natural world to look at. I mean, when writers write, they have to face reality, don't they? I mean, they certainly need escape, don't they?
They certainly do.
I use flowers. What do you use?
Isn't that?
Good evening.
Good evening. Madame Lachette?
That's right.
May Ford, Suzanne Lachette. And according to this class list, a Buford Bulla? I suppose that's how you say that. Not here yet.
Well, it is time, isn't it?
Yes, but let's give him a minute since there are only three of you.
But I do think people ought to be on time. Don't you?
Well, I think, yes, of course. Any class should begin when it should begin. It's a mark of respect for the subject and the students enrolled. You know, but on the other hand, perhaps Mr. Buford Buller hasn't found the right room. Or maybe some car trouble. Anyway, I'm sure he'll be here soon, and we can all get right off to a wonderful start.
I think we should start the class.
All right, if you wish. This is an extension course in writing fiction. One semester, Wednesdays, 6 to 9:30. I'm Constance Lindell.
Is there something I should know?
Her wonderful books. Haven't you read them?
No.
Oh.
Should I have?
Not at all.
Well, how many wonderful books are there?
2.
Both novels?
One collection of short stories.
And they are simply wonderful. Every last story is simply wonderful and marvelous.
The course will be conducted more as a workshop without lectures. I work more as an editor than a professor. And I must warn you, that can be very slow and painstaking, unglamorous labor. You both have manuscripts you're working on?
I certainly do.
So do I.
Good. I try to begin without, any grand pronouncements or aesthetic statements about writing. except maybe it's a way of life more than anything else.
Excuse me, but what does that mean?
Not very much. Forget it. Neither I nor anyone else can teach you how to write. What I can do, perhaps, is help you to teach yourself. What I can do, certainly, is encourage you to pay close attention to each other's work, to each other's struggle to write well. A class can sometimes have deeper insights than its teacher, and within writing, that seems awkward and even preposterous. True talent is sometimes hidden, buried. Our constructive criticism should be candid, but I hope always supportive. I mean, we're here to help each other.
Oh, that is simply inspiring. I am ready.
Help each other? Writers.
Why not?
Because two writers in one room is like two scorpions in one bottle. And teacher makes three.
I see. So to begin, what we need is a bit of background on each of us, including me. Let me ask you who you are, where you're from, what you're working on, and why you write. May?
My name is May Ford. I'm from Fontana, 10 miles out of town. My husband is in the furniture business. And I have 3 children, 11, 13, and 14. All boys. My hobbies are roses and needlepoint. The book I'm working on is a novel. It's called Hollyhock Road. It's about a woman who finds herself in middle age and at the end of all pleasure, and who is redeemed by the beauty of the natural world she discovers around her. I'm having a little trouble with it. Oh, why do I write? Because I need to. I need to believe that in spite of everything, there's the same goodness and purpose in human beings that there is in God's wonderful natural world. And if we seek, we will find.
Thank you, May. Suzanne?
My name is Suzanne Lachette. I live here in town. I work at the University Medical Center as a lab technician. Divorced. At last. 1 child, a female, thank God. I too am working on a novel. It's about a woman ending her marriage and facing life as it is. The title is Scalded Dogs. It's coming along fine. Why do I write? That's easy. Because writing is the only way I can say something and keep it the way I said it. How's that?
Just fine. My name is Constance Lindell. I'm from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Also divorced, remarried. My husband is teaching this term in another school. No children. I'm working on a novel too, no title yet. And at the moment anyway, I think I became a writer because I couldn't do anything else. Henry Miller said somewhere, if you just get desperate enough, you'll write. And I think that's what happened to me.
You read Henry Miller?
With pleasure.
Yuck!
What's wrong with Henry Miller?
He wrote with his penis.
Oh, well, people write for all kinds of reasons, won't they?
Henry Miller is the worst example of male arrogance in all literature. He thought women were bathrooms. I am surprised you enjoy him.
Well, I do. The procedure of this workshop is simple. After a manuscript is read, I ask, before you jump in with your critical judgments, that there be a period of questions, logistical matters, who was where, when what happened, and so on, to clear things up, just so that the writer is understood, even if he doesn't always succeed.
Or she.
Or she.
I have a question now. How many other classes have they got you teaching?
3.
Freshman comp.
2. 1, survey of world lit for sophomores.
Must be difficult. Plus advising, I would think, and plenty of office hours.
Add it up, Suzanne.
Certainly. You're not exactly an artist in residence here, are you?
I think I said before that writing is a way of life more than anything else. There are plenty of good writers, like me, thank you, who are in exactly the same boat. But that isn't the point, is it? No, the point is, am I going to conduct this course, or are you?
Do we get a coffee break or anything like that? Because I could really use one.
We break after something is read. And it looks like Mr. Bulla isn't coming after all, so let's start. Who would like to go first?
I defer to any novel as much about plants as people. Go ahead, May.
Oh, no. Scalded Dogs is such a brilliant title. I'm sure it'll be overwhelming. I'd be scared to death to go before that. No, please, you first.
No, I insist. You first.
I don't think I can. We know you can, so please do.
Gridlock. Constance.
Heads, Suzanne, tails, May. It's heads, Suzanne.
Let me see that. Very well. Scalded Dogs. Chapter 1. Frank came in the door without ringing the bell, of course. The familiar lurch showed Lorenda that he had already been drinking, although her mother's clock on their fireplace mantelpiece pointed to only 4 in the afternoon. I wasn't expecting you, she said gently. It's still my house, he said, sneering, even with you in it. Melinda felt like the head of a kitchen match, rasped across a hot stove, struck into sulfur and fire. But she bowed her head and said nothing.
Oh, that was wonderful. Powerful, that match thing. What a metaphor.
It's a simile, not a metaphor. I beg your pardon, but we do get to read uninterrupted, don't we?
Yes, you do. No, that's okay, May.
I won't say another word.
It's sometimes useful to take notes while someone is reading so that you can remember what to ask about later. Go ahead, Suzanne.
Frank looked at the open ledger book into which Lorenda had just listed their common possessions. What you get and what I get, eh? He said, squinting at her hard work with contempt. Bet I know how that works out. Since Lorenda had been scrupulous in her fair division of their property, this stung her bitterly, but she put it behind her to face as bravely as she could a more vital issue. You didn't come for our children yesterday when you said you would. They were expecting you. He dismissed her words with one wave of his hand. Well, something came up, he said, minimizing the wounds he had inflicted on his own children. I have to make money, after all, to keep you in ease and comfort, not to mention your lawyer. Ha ha! That was his idea of a joke. Lorinda stared at him. To think she had once given him her love. What treachery! There he stood, a smug, self-satisfied, domineering, drunk, an intolerant, arbitrary bully, a superficial, narrow-minded, short-sighted, besotted provincial bigot, a self-indulgent, flatulent, gruesome eyesore of a man, odious and repellent, a repulsive buffoon!
I'm sorry I'm late. Just pay me no mind.
Mr. Bulla?
Ballou, Buford Ballou.
May Ford, Suzanne Lachette.
Howdy.
Good evening.
Hi there.
Go ahead, Suzanne. First chapter of a novel.
Oh, I see.
So, once again, Lorinda saw there was no possible way to communicate with Frank. None at all. Frank, Lorinda said, I had hoped you would think of the children, if not me. Some tincture of grace I had hoped for to color this bitter medicine we must take. Correction, said Frank. You must take. I'm still a healthy human being. It was hopeless. Very well, she sighed. What do you want, Frank? I want what's mine, said Frank. And a lot of it is in this room right now. All right, Frank, said Lorinda patiently. I'll consider any changes you may suggest. You better, said Frank. I just might take it all, or smash it all, every stick. How would you like that, lady? Oh, Lorinda thought, the brute. The coarse, insensitive, sadistic brute. Why had she married him? Since it is blatantly obvious that Mr. Ballou does not care to listen to my work, I will not continue to read it.
Oh, Suzanne, don't stop. That was all just wonderful.
It is very difficult to read out loud the deepest meditations of one's heart and soul with a man unpacking a suitcase like somebody going fishing. Not to mention slipping whiskey into a soda. What is it, Ballou? Corn whiskey?
Bourbon. I need it.
Sure you do.
Lady, I sure am sorry if I bothered you.
My name is not Lady. It's Suzanne Lachette. Lachette.
Well, Miss Lachette, I certainly didn't mean to. I was listening.
Please.
It's just that I came here to do it. And well, it's just inside my head going all the time like a drum. Going, boom, 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 all the time. It don't never stop. So I have to get ready, you see. It's awful. You will understand.
You sure you won't read?
Positive.
Very well. May,
What?
would you read instead?
You mean out loud right now?
It's your turn. Why not?
Oh, no, I better not. Like the flowers, I always seem to write about my stories delicate. It needs a little sunshine, good weather, you see.
Well, me then. I'm willing to read. I'm willing to read.
What a surprise.
I mean, if it's my turn, I don't want to step out of line or nothing.
Out of line or nothing? Jesus Christ.
Well, Mr. Ballou, if neither Suzanne nor May want to read, well, go ahead.
I will. It's just where to begin, you see.
How about at the beginning, dear Mr. Ballou?
Or at the end.
I got it. On her bed beneath the candle flame headboard that guarded her descent into bitterness and where perhaps madness overtook her, he lay dreaming, drunk, and naked with a woman named Edna Craig, somebody blundering around in the bathroom, picked up at the Paradise Roadhouse.
Just a minute.
What?
The title. You forgot the title.
The title is a man's name. This part is just called FM.
FM what? I don't understand.
Just FM.
You mean F period, M period?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm afraid I don't understand either then. I mean, we don't know if it's a somebody or a something or what it is.
I mean, is it frequency modulation? Or Fred McMurray or what?
It means something, but that's got to come out in the thing itself. You see?
Mr. Ballou, you don't need your titles yet. Titles are a funny thing. They come before, during, and after a book. Let's say for the time being, FM means fiction material. How's that?
That's fine. Fiction material.
Go ahead then.
On her bed, beneath the candle flame headboard that guarded her descent into bitterness, and where perhaps madness overtook her, he lay dreaming, drunk, and naked with a woman named Edna Craig, somebody blundering around in the bathroom, picked up at the Paradise Roadhouse 4 miles out of Rydersburg and brought in his mother's house with whoops and giggles, while the good neighbors on their porches shook their heads in their chairs and rocked their disapproval. Not a day in the ground, they said. Not even 12 hours. He tried now to spend his whirling powers upon the thin body, the delicate, thorny foxfire woman he had buried that morning. Tried to summon her back to him with all her smiles and rings, her hands on her own breast.
Wait a minute.
Huh? What?
I don't understand a word of this.
Well, what if I just keep on going? Maybe you will.
May, do you understand what this man is saying?
Not exactly. There's a man who's brought a woman somewhere.
Yeah, and put her in a bathroom. Of course, that I understand. But, who's whose town is it, and whose bed is it, and who is he, and what is he doing?
I certainly don't know.
It's his mother's house. He's buried her that morning. To her bed, he's brought a woman from a roadhouse. Is that right, Mr. Ballou?
Yes, ma'am. I have to continue reading this. Once I commence, it's awful to stop.
Did you really write all that purple prose, Ballou? And you don't talk that way. You talk like a hick.
I know it. It's what I am. Well, it's different when I write. I reckon that's why I do it.
Mr. Ballou, go ahead. Will you take notes and let him read?
Let me see now. He twists about in her bed, and suddenly she is there with him. She speaks to him as he lies naked and dreaming of her. They walk together past the flowers she points out to him, white baneberry, whose stalks redden with age. And she says to him, "Oh, my darling, my heart is full of love for you. Here, it's in here. Touch my breast here."
Touch what?
Oh, my
They
God.
walk over bloodroot poppy, pink as the dawn. She tells him, "Kiss me, my son, my only child, my darling boy," passing light green swaths of wild yam and meadow rue, where he stops and kisses his mother. They embrace, surrounded by nodding sons of black-eyed Susans, yellow sweet clover, Solomon plume orange with stems that zigzag, and berries green and red all at once.
They don't zigzag.
The laughter. Her voice not yet hard or cold. "Well, darling, come along. If you don't understand how much your mother loves you, it's all right." Her stride picks up over scarlet fireweed, and he is desperate to follow her.
Some of these are not even real flowers.
Her laughter becomes shrill now. Her step begins to rush along the path above the little town, her prison. She turns to look back at him, and her stare goes through him now like a needle into cloth. I got this music to play with. It goes real good with it here.
It isn't right to make up flowers any way that you want to. Flowers are more important than that. They don't mean anything but themselves. I don't like this.
Edward Elgar.
Out of 3 leaves from a fig tree, laced with pine straw, and a rooster's comb of common daisies, a bridal crown. She holds it out, laughing at him, her eyes dangerous now, as she tries to put it on his head, saying, "You look like me, son. And I was beautiful, son. Beautiful as the day we share in this place of flowers with our bonds singing in our blood. No one can ever alter that. For you look just like me, child. And I was beautiful, child. Here, wear this as I did beget you. So you will always love me, and the two of us shall be forever one. Let me see in your face the bride I was. Let me kiss myself upon your lips. Angels, the two of us, on earth, in gardens of delight."
I will not have it. I will not have it. You shut off that awful music, or I'll break the damn record.
Please, I can't stop now.
Yes, you can, you pervert! Now you listen to me, Mr. Ballou. I am a gentle woman. I am not the kind to get mad. But you make me want to blow you up with dynamite.
Sit down, May. May.
It's degraded and obscene writing. Takes the beauty of flowers and makes them a part of some disgusting incest between a crazy mother and an infantile son. And if that's what people want to write about, well, all right. But you leave God's sweet, clean, gentle flowers out of it. They don't deserve to be in the hell where this madman obviously is. But here on earth, with the true and the good and the real.
Way to go, May. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Thank you, Suzanne.
I don't think you should read one more word. Constance?
Read.
Hey, the woman yelled from the hall. You still there? Yes, Edna Craig. I can't get no good music on this damn radio, just a lot of fiddles. Forget it, come to bed. And she did, to his mother's bed, to lie with him beneath the carved candle flame headboard where, while eyes closed, Edna Craig, somebody moaned, breathed heavily as suddenly in lust as in roadhouse friendship, churning through the bed with her large hips until she saw him holding himself back and staring at her. Honey, what's wrong? I have trouble sometimes. Listen, so do I. Who don't? My old man and me bang together some nights like boxcars and nothing happens. Hush. Don't fret. Put your head here on Mama's tits and get some rest. Crim's sleeping against her, as if both of their bodies had undergone some change. And when he reached for her now, it was with purpose. She opened herself to
This
receive
class
him.
is not for
In
you.
mutual relief, they moved, each into each other, until they were struck.
I was a fool to take it.
And so was I. And I mean to complain to
And
the
then
dean of
moaned
this
again in
college.
his sleep.
My trust has been betrayed.
We'll both complain. Which will do you no good, Constance. I can tell you that. And as for you, and what kind of mother did you have anyway?
What kind of mother did you have, Suzanne?
What did you say?
Well, really.
Oh, plant your flowers, May. Forget about writing. Suzanne, go get yourself a job at the state prison. Electrocuting men. Satisfy yourself. Buford? Buford. FM. It doesn't mean fiction material, does it?
No.
And it doesn't mean frequency modulation, does it? It means fucking mother, doesn't it?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
Wonderful.
Oh, my God.
That's it. You are finished here, Constance. Finished. Come on, man.
You know, what you're doing is all wrong. Mothers and sons like that, writing like that, it's not decent, it can't be good. And if I thought it was,
Babe, come on.
I'm sorry if I bothered you. I never meant to cause you no trouble.
Give me the bottle. Read on, Buford. Read on.
When he woke, the harsh morning sun was aglare against his mother's bedroom window. He was alone in the bed. He reached above him and touched the carved flutings of the candle flame headboard, which represented, he now remembered, the Garden of Eden. And there above his ear, his mother called to him once more, and he saw her again. in freedom, shorn of all the burdens, his mother within a burning garden of wood. And to the woman whose hands had broken him, and in whose smiles was his hope, and from whose pain came his understanding, he said goodbye.